You got yourself in a real mess being out in the wild for 2 days, eh? Haven't you? Oh, don't you bite me. No. So they forget who their mother is after a while. And they said to me, Belinda, you should leave. We're leaving. And I said, I can't. I've got the animals, so I'm going to stay until I know all the animals have to go. And it really was a case of, I have so many animals, nobody is going to want to put me up now, 24 hours before the fire, unless they need to. And I walked out onto the balcony and the smoke billowed over my next door neighbour's house. But by then, I nearly had all the animals in the car. They were all there, ready to go, and then I just upped the speed with what I put them in the car. I saw the smoke coming over and just went, right, no more mucking around now, just get them in and get out. And I made a phone call to my mother, who lives in another state, and told her the bushfire's coming. I'll call you as soon as I'm safe. And then I started to cry as I heard her voice, because I didn't know, and you don't, that was the feeling. You felt in control because you were moving through the motions, but you also didn't know what you were going to face. And you didn't know if you'd get out alive. So hearing your loved one's voice, that just made me cry. I told her I'd be okay, and I'll ring her as soon as I could. About 2 minutes later, the lights and the power went out. So I was very happy that I got to speak to her. As I hopped in the truck and drove away, I thought, well, whatever happens, happens. I had 2 baby wombats, 3 little kangaroos, probably 4 or 5 possums, many baby birds. I had chickens, I had goats in the trailer behind the truck. I had pet birds, cockatiels, I had fish, I had snakes, I had lizards, and ducklings. So there was a lot of different species in that one truck. You turned around, it just looked like Dr. Doolittle's truck. It was a bit crazy. I remember walking around the house. Everything was black. It looked like the moon. Everything that was standing and growing was dead. Both the things that we had built, the things that I had owned, were all burnt to the ground. But there was nothing green. The whole place was black and still smouldering. But there was the house, and it was bittersweet because I was so lucky to be alive, and you just remember going, nothing matters because I'm alive. Nothing matters that I've lost. But looking at the blackness just around the immediate bush here, being a wildlife carer, and I was already starting to lose all my own animals because they couldn't handle the heat, and knowing the enormity of the fires to have got to my place 10 days later still, all I could think was the amount of animals that were out there lying in pain or were dead. You know, just the sheer death that must have happened amongst animals. Echidnas, wombats, kangaroos, possums, everything would have been fleeing. On the back step was a dead sugar glider that his whole esophagus was burnt out. It was just black. I didn't even know there were sugar gliders here. And there must have been a little nest, a family right in the tree behind my house. So I remember feeling bittersweet, very, very happy to be alive and very happy to have had my personal belongings still here. Yet terribly sad for the destruction that it caused.